Okay, here we have minus, negative, and positive numbers, and also add negative and positive numbers. So we're doing subtraction, addition of negative and positive numbers. So first off, we have negative 5 plus negative 4, and that would be, let's start off at negative 5, and then we're adding negative 4. So in this example, the negative numbers represent the cost, or money spent, or debt owed. The positive numbers represent money in hand, or money in the bank, or a debt being paid. So here, the negative 5 is a debt, so someone owes us negative 5. And then we're adding another debt of negative 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now someone owes us a debt of negative 9. So negative 9. And then next example we have is negative 3 plus 1. So we're at negative 3 because someone owes us a debt of negative 3. And then someone pays us 1 unit. So we'll go from negative 3 to negative 2. Negative 3 plus 1 equals negative 2. Negative 2. So then we can have negative 3 plus 9. So once again we start at the negative 3, and someone is paying off a debt of 9 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So negative 3 plus positive 9 equals positive 6. So if we were at negative 3 because some people still owed us the debt, and then we got paid off 9 units of the debt, we'd be at positive 6. Okay, so our next one will start off at positive 1, right here, and we will take away a debt. So we'll start at positive 1, and we'll take away a debt of negative 9. So that's another way of thinking of getting paid back money owed. So we're at positive 1, and then we're going to take away a debt of 9. So we're not adding a debt, we're taking away a debt. So we're going to be more in the positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's 10, positive 10. So 1 minus negative 9 equals positive 10. Or you could say 1 take away the debt of negative 9, and then we're at positive 10. So we're taking away the debt, somebody's paying it off. Okay. Now we can start at positive 8, and we're going to take away negative 2. So So we're at positive 8, and we're going to take away a debt of negative 2. So somebody's paying off that debt of negative 2. So we'll be left with positive 10. So positive 8, take away the negative 2 debt, so someone's paying it off, is positive 10. So then we could start at negative 7. So we have a few debts people owe us. We're low. So we're at negative 7. And then we're taking away positive 2. So we're at negative 7. And we're not going to add a positive 2. We're going to take away a positive 2. So that is also like giving someone else a debt, or we're paying something we owed. So negative 7, take away positive 2. 1, 2 equals negative 9. So negative 7, take away positive 2 equals negative 9. And then we have negative 4, and take away negative 1. So we're at negative 4, and we're going to take away a debt of negative 1. So somebody's going to pay back that 1 unit of debt. So that'll move us over here to negative 3. Negative 4 minus negative 1 equals negative 3. So then we can start at negative 3, adding negative 6. So we start at negative 3, and we're adding another debt of negative 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can say negative 3, a debt of negative 3 plus another debt of negative 6 someone owes us is negative 9. Then we could start at negative 8 and take away positive 6, which will go off my chart here, but anyways, we start at negative 8, and then we're taking away positive 6 of our money in bank, so we're taking away that. So maybe we're lending that to someone with interest, of course. So negative 8 minus negative 6, so we'll move over this way 6 spaces all the way to negative 14. So negative 8 minus positive 6 is negative 14. Once again, minus 8, negative 8 is where we're starting for this equation. Negative 8, then we're minusing positive 6. So we're at negative 8 and we're taking away positive 6. So that's going to put us further in the red at negative 14. Here we start at negative 9, and we're going to add negative 4, which goes off our chart once again. So we'll move in this direction until we arrive at negative 13. So negative 9 plus another debt of negative 9 will put us more into the red at negative 13. Then we can start at positive 6 and minus negative 2. So we're at positive 6, and we're going to take away a debt of negative 2. So we'll move over 1, 2, and that'll leave us at positive 8. Now usually you just write positive numbers without the positive symbol in the brackets, but just for the learning example, I'm just including the positive. So for our next equation, we have 9, positive 9 plus negative 3. So we start at positive 9, and then we're adding a debt of negative 3. So 1, 2, 3, and that leaves us with positive 6. So for our next equation, we're at positive 6, and then we're going to add negative 5. So we're adding a debt of 5 to our 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that positive 6 plus negative 5 will equal positive 1. So then for our next equation, we have 8, positive 8 plus negative 9. So we're at positive 8, and we're adding a debt of negative 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That leaves us at negative 1. So positive 8 plus negative 9 equals negative 1. Okay, so negative 7 is where we'll begin in our next equation. So negative 7, and then we're going to minus a debt of negative 3. So we're going to take away a debt of negative 3. So someone's paying us back that 3. So start at negative 7, and then 1, 2, 3 will leave us at negative 4. So we can say negative 7, a debt of negative 7, take away a debt of negative 3. So somebody's giving us that back, would equal negative 4. Then we can start again here where we left off at negative 4. And we can add a debt of negative 5. So we're going to go more into the red. So we're adding a negative number to a negative number. So we're at negative 4, and we're adding a negative 5 debt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that leaves us at negative 9. So you can say negative 4 plus negative 5 equals 9. So for our last example here, we're at positive 3. And then we're adding a debt of negative 8. So positive 3 plus negative 8. We have $3, and we're adding a debt of negative 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will leave us at negative 5. So in thinking about adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers, you always want to think of money. There's a few other examples I'll give, but in this example, think of money. The negative numbers are the cost of something, or money spent, or debt owed, and the positive numbers represent money in hand, or in your pocket, or in the bank, or somebody paying a debt back to you. And there's exceptions, but